Hello photographers. You're probably watching this video at the point that you've finished up or nearly finished up shooting for your basic photo composition. I just wanted to show you a couple things to get you organized once you get your photos out of your camera and back into the SD card. So I'm going to assume at this point that you've imported your shots and you've put them onto the computer, taken them off the SD card of the camera and transferred them. So here you can see that these photos are in my AWQ 3M folder under Basic Photo Composition. I suggest always making a new folder for each assignment that you're given. That way, all the photos you take for that assignment get organized into the appropriate folder. Now, one of the big things with this one is trying out all the different photo composition techniques. So once you get all your photos from your shooting sessions back into the computer, they're going to be named with these stock images. All right, now or these stock file names rather. So one of the first things I would suggest doing is starting to take a look at these photos and renaming them according to technique. Now I don't have a full batch of photos here to cover all the techniques here because this was just one photo shooting session where I only have a few techniques here, but I've started to do it below. If you look here, these shots have already been renamed with, instead of the stock file name coming out of the camera, I've renamed them with the photo technique. Rule of thirds 1, rule of thirds 2. To do that, what you're going to be doing is taking a look at the appropriate photograph that you want to actually use and right-clicking on it and going down in the menu option to rename. And you'll see that it highlights not the JPG because you don't want to touch that at all, but the stock file name. And you're going to change it to, in this case, I'm going to go selective focus 1. All right, and then I'm going to hit enter. And now that changes it from the stock image to that name. It's also a good way to organize which ones you actually want to keep from this whole bunch of photographs that you take, because if you notice here, I took a whole bunch of the tap here to try to get some asymmetrical balance or just some kind of an interesting angle. This first one totally out of focus. This one's kind of in focus on at the end of the tap, and so on. So I'm going to kind of scroll through in order to find the one that I want. And a good sorting technique is to name the one that you actually want to keep. That way, they show up at the bottom with all the techniques that you actually want to use. All right. One last thing is sometimes when you open a folder, it presents itself like this. All right, with the names and the details, but you can't actually see the images. Just be aware that up here there's a switch here and a menu to go into changing them from details to large icons, or if you want to, even extra large icons as a quick way to preview your shots. All right, so first step, get yourself organized. Try to assign techniques to the photos that you've taken. Good luck.